Hi, I'm Brian Alden. I'm joined by head women's volleyball coach Steve Florio. And Steve, coming off a busy week this last week, you had your first home match of the season as well as the Rocket Invitational. Can you talk a little bit about the week in general?
As the season has gone, it's been a week of trying to still find a few answers, work out a few kinks in the lineups, and we had a tough home match against Ball State. Both teams fought really hard. Then we had to head out the next day to Toledo, play two against Toledo and Duquesne. Found some lineup answers in the Toledo match, and then came out strong against Duquesne. Then had a really great match the next day against Minnesota. Although the scores don't reflect it, it was some of our best volleyball we played all season. That was a really great Minnesota team. It was a fun match to play, actually.
Yeah, you talk about playing Minnesota. I mean, they're ranked 17th in the country. I mean, I'm sure anytime you play a Big Ten team like that, it's always going to be a difficult match. But, talk about the home match at first. Just kind of talk a little bit more about that in depth a little bit.
Well, we had over 1,000 fans, which was awesome. And, having been here so long, we've seen crowds like that. Very excited to have the fan base, and it makes for a great environment and a lot of energy, and the team gets up for it. So a lot of fun to play, and I think it was a lot of fun for the fans too. And it was an action-packed game, so I think everyone saw a lot of good volleyball and had a lot of fun.
And then the Rocket Invitational, not quite the outcome you guys wanted, I'm sure, but a very tough match with Toledo, like you said, in 5 sets. A sweep of Duquesne, and then obviously playing Minnesota. Can you talk a little bit about the weekend?
Well, like I said, we just working out some lineups. Just work really close on a lineup that I think is going to be very, very strong for us, and just trying to get the right players in the right spots. So we had a couple players coming in and out of the Toledo match, and I think we finally found the right mix. Looked great against Duquesne and looked great against Minnesota.
And then, I'm going to talk a little bit about Emily Spencer this week. I mean, 3 consecutive 20-plus kill matches. She averaged over 5.5 kills a set, over 6 points a set. Can you talk a little bit about her and her performance this past week?
Yeah, I mean, she's just been doing a great job being a team leader as far as leading by example. She goes out, she plays real hard. She's doing a great job of creating kills. The numbers speak for themselves. I mean, she jumped up in the national statistics, and she's leading the conference in several categories. And it's weekends like this where you can see what a special player she is, because she's doing it in back-to-back matches. She's doing it every day. It's really impressive right now. She's an exciting player, and I'd say, with about 10 home matches left, anyone out there that wants to see one of the best players who's ever played in this gym, they need to get out here and watch her, because she's doing it. She's having a great senior season so far.
And, you talked about national rankings a little bit. Not only Emily, but Kendall is up there in a few categories. The team as a whole is up there, in the top 5 in the national rankings and blocks. Can you talk a little bit about what's been working so well for you guys on the blocking front?
Well, it's something we practice nearly every day. And we've had a player, Anna Reed, step up, and she's chipped in. She's made us, when she's in there, she's big, takes a lot of space, and helps the other blockers close blocks, helps them set them up. So even if she doesn't touch the ball, she's creating a situation in which the hitter on the other team is trying to avoid her, and in turn runs into other blockers. So just her being in there, even if she's not touching the ball, is causing a lot of problems. But also, I think we're just a big team. We're very tall across the board, so I think that helps.
And finally, this weekend, you guys finally open up Summit League play at South Dakota State on Sunday. Can you talk a little bit about that match and what your expectations are?
Well, it's going to be a tough road trip. We have to fly out there on Saturday. We got to get our legs back after a long trip. The next day, Sunday, is when we play. We play at 5 in the afternoon, so we just have to pace ourselves through the days so we're not tired come game time. South Dakota State is very strong in the middle. I'm expecting a big block from them, so we're going to have to be sharp offensively. They're very hard to play in their home gym. and so we always have tough matches against them when we're out there all the time, and I definitely think their home environment helps. So this is going to be the story for every road match, but it's really important to steal a few on the road. So we want to get off to a good start and see if we can nab one on the road right away.
All right, Coach, and good luck this weekend against the Jackrabbits.
Thanks.